I'm Prof. St. Leon, and this is the story. Today, we'll be interviewing Essen Paulinus Ogbonaya, where he'll be sharing with us his experiences thus far. Despite the financial limitation, was able to stay strong and ensure he realized his academic dreams. So, Essen, at what point did you realize in your life that if you are to pursue your academic dream, you are absolutely on your own, as there will be little or no financial support from either your parents or your siblings?
I can say at the age of 7, primary school.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Then how were you able to put through your secondary school since you realized this very early?
Well, one thing that made me to take a bold step is that I discovered that I was from a very poor background, and looking at my parents that have nothing, I said, no, I must do better than them. I must work it out at least to break that lineage poverty. So I started hustling by going to the bush to cut palm frond and produce a broom, basket, another thing. I sell it and I pay my school fees. As of then, that should be around 1997 to 2001 when I finished my primary school. And it continued to this day.
So are you saying that you cater for yourself when you were even in secondary school, your work registration and all that?
Yes, during my secondary school days, from the broom that I sell and the material that I produce, I started selling kerosene. So market days, I don't go to school. I go to market to work to sell my products. That is the kerosene. From there, I was able to raise money, enter secondary school, and pay my school fees. It's continued like that.
Also learned you obtain your national diploma and higher national diploma in College of Agriculture, Ishago in Ebonyi State. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Can you share with us your experience during this stage, knowing quite well that you're actually from a poor home and you have to pay your school fees? Why didn't you first? I would like to know, why did you give up after your SSC? You could perhaps start something else. What was actually the motivation that you didn't give up, knowing that you will be solely responsible for financing your academic dreams? So why did you give up?
Well, I want to, before I answer that question, I want to take you back. When I finished my primary school, that should be the year 2000, I think 1999 or 2000, I went to do houseboy in Kafachan. It happened to be that the young man that I was serving saw the way I was working. He called me and said, you deserve to go to school. I may not help you to train in school, but you need to go back home and go to school. You have a lot of potentials. Serving me will not get you to where you're going. I need to come back home. That is when I enter first year in secondary school, that JSS1. Now I started selling petrol, gas, and other kerosene just to. But before then, like I said before, I understood that my family is poor, and I swore that I must break that curse. So that's the only thing that motivated me to work like there's no tomorrow. So when I entered secondary school, actually after the WAEC, okay, before then, during the secondary school, I was riding bike, selling kerosene and other things. But after the WAEC, I failed. I need to travel to Enugu State. That's where I got a teaching job. I think then they paid me 3,000 a month. They paid me 3,000 a month. I have one trouser. I have 3 shirts. So I wear them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, I repeat it. Saturday, I wash everything and dry. It's continued like that. God helping me in that same school that I was teaching, I was able to register for second time to write the WAEC so that the registration can be deducted from my salary then. So, which I almost pay for months. So, God helping me after the exam, I skate through. And I wanted to study to become a pharmacist, but because of financial background, I didn't proceed. My plan, getting admission in Enugu State University first, so I came back home. That was when a friend of mine now asked me to try one of the colleges that is close, that even if I did not study pharmacy, if I study agriculture, I can still make it, since the end of everything is to make money and to have a better life. So That is how I entered the higher institution, Federal College of Agriculture, and obtained my OND and HND there.
All right, sir. Now, since this was a full-time program, it implies that you go to school perhaps Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays. You
Yes.
have coursework to do, assignments, and all that. Now, how were you able to finance this practically? Can you share a practical experience? How were you able to finance? Because you have to go to school or classes 5 times a week. And I know how the system work. Your classes sometimes have to run maybe 92 to 3 to 4 in the evening and all that. So how were you able to finance your expenses in the higher institutions, pay your tuition fees, take your cater for
Okay.
yourself and the likes? Now let's focus on your ND first, your ND part, your 2 years in
Okay.
ND.
When I get admission, I stopped the kerosene and petrol business because I'm now full time in school. But God helped me. I was able to. I bought a bike then. So it was that bike that really saved me. So that bike was everything to me. So in the morning, I go to class around 4 5. Class is over. I enter road to run around to carry passengers. So by the time I'll be coming around 10 o'clock, my mate has gone to class, night class, and returned home. So while they are sleeping, that's when I'm trying to look for what I will eat. Sometimes human being is human being. Sometimes I'm exhausted. Trying to read, I will just doze off. I can say it's only God that saw me through. It's only God that saw me through. And then those moments that I'm in the class and the lecture is going on, that's the only time I read. God helping me. Since if I'm present in the class and they taught that whatever thing they taught in the class, I grab it. The next time I go through my book is towards exam, and God help me, I skate through. So footing my bills is from the Okada work that I was doing that I was able to pay my bills and my school fees.
Now, during your in between your ND and HND, there's 1 year internship,
Internship,
right?
yeah,
Yeah. So how were you able to utilize that 1 year internship in preparation for your HND?
yeah. Um, During after the ND, I went for internship. That was when I started doing the bike walk full time, morning to night. Early morning before 4 o'clock, we were already on the road, going from one state to another, from one state to another. You see, so I was into the Okada walk full time. That's how I was able to raise enough money that I think will carry me far. That's it.
Now, what you are saying basically is that when other persons went for their internship, their 1 year industrial training, as the case may be, depending on your discipline, you focused on your bike since that seems to be your only realistic survivor in preparation for your HND, right?
Actually, no. One of the criteria to admit you for HND program is that you must fulfill that internship program. What I do is that my house is very close to where I carried out my internship. So what I do is that early morning I will go to the internship, do my activities. After the activities, I will come back home and continue my Okada work. Since the owner of the farm, actually it's agriculture that I studied.
Yeah.
Since the owner of the farm is a young man and he loves people that are dedicated, that know what they are doing. So if I come on Monday after work as I'm going, I'll ask him tomorrow what should I do. Once he tell me what I should do, I don't need to wait for him to come before 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. I'm already in the farm, attending to the animals and doing other activity. Before 6 7, I'm done. I'm leaving. So when my mates are coming around 6 7, I'm already going out because I know what I'm pursuing. So that's how I was combining the two programs, my work and my internship.
Okay. How were you able to survive your HND? Was your resources what you had during your 1 year internship? How far was it able to sustain you for the next 2 years in your HND?
Well, I must tell you the truth. My father once told me that to marry, to go to school, and to build a house, you don't need to gather the money and keep one place because no amount of money you keep and gather one place that will be enough to fulfill those tasks: marriage, building a house, and schooling. So what I did, the money I hustled during the internship, I knew that it will not be enough, but I believe that as time goes on, God will provide. So along the line, the money finished. That was in school. I don't have rest. If they gave assignments, I'll do my own, and I'll do some of my friends that are unable to, that do not understand, that does not have chance. Some of these my men that are from rich home, that are always traveling. Young ladies that are always traveling to another state to visit their boyfriend and all those things, fiancé, does not have time to do the assignment. So it is now my responsibility to do it, and I tried as much as possible to become the course rep. So every information and working with the lecturers, that is me. So it is me that is the middleman linking the student with the lecturer. So he cannot meet the lecturer without me. And by so doing, I was able to get some money doing assignment, time paper, and all those things. So that's why I survived. Most of the young ladies that I help to teach them some of the things that they don't understand, do assignment for them. Most of them give me monetary support. Some of them dash me money. Some of them give me food stuff. Some of them cook and give me. In fact, at a time, a particular young lady took it upon herself to be giving me food afternoon and night. So, and I met another young lady that doesn't like cooking, but she have food stuff by cooking for her, and she will eat, and from there I will eat my own. So these are the strategies I used to survive.
So does that mean that during your HND you were no longer driving bike?
I do drive bike. I drive bike, but it's not like to compare during my ND, because now that I'm doing HND, I have more course mates that want me to do assignment for them. Since going to do the Okada work will give me money, and doing this assignment will give me money, and I will not stress myself much. I took my time to do the assignment and other academic work that will give me money. But when there is no longer academic work to do, that's when I will now carry the bike and go outside to hustle. Though my intention is let the money keep on flowing, because I know that I have a lot of bill to foot in the future. So I work ahead of time. Actually, I did the Okada. I didn't stop even after the HND program. I didn't stop. I continued riding the Okada till I got to PGD level.
Okay, I think at this point now, let's also talk a little bit about your PGD, postgraduate diploma you did, trying to convert your HND to BSc.
Yeah.
Now, let's look at it. You spent over 3 years doing your PGD program that was supposed to be
8
eight
months or one
months
year.
to 1 year. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, does it mean were you failing your courses, your assignments? Why that long?
Actually, I obtained my PhD in Michael Okpa University of Agriculture, Abia State, Nigeria. It happened to be that during that period, that was when the COVID-19 hit the nation. So we went on break, I think almost 1 year or 2 years. When we returned, ASU strike again. That lasted almost 1 year. That is 3 years. Now, the remaining 2 years, I spent 5 years, the remaining 2 years between 2016 to 2022. Within the remaining 2 years, I'm always in school, but the lecturer does not give postgraduate student attention. They claim that every postgraduate student are working class, but they were wrong. Some people were just struggling to survive. Somebody like me, I was not doing anything tangible. And although initially when I started the program, I was not doing anything tangible. I was still at weekend, I would come home and ride the bike. But after the fourth year, I met a friend. One of my lecturers during my HND introduced me to another lecturer that took me to Port Harcourt. That was how I now went to Port Harcourt and became assistant veterinarian.
Okay, I think we'll hit that soon. First, how was your experience like during your PGD program in terms of financing? Because it's still, I'm still trying to assimilate this because your motivation must really be very strong. Now, as early as your primary school, you already aware that financially you're on your own. And you still push through, get that done, secondary school done, OND done, HND done, and you're not relenting, and now you're going for PGD program that even took you 5 years instead of 8 months to 1 year, and you didn't give up. Like, what was really
Well,
this drive like?
you know, when I finished my primary school, my father said to me that I should go and learn weather. I told him that I don't want to do dirty work that will be staining me. I want to do a good work like every other, as other people are doing, stay in the office and do a very nice work. And by so doing, I must go to school. So my father said that he doesn't have money to train me. And I said, okay, no, that's so I now swore to myself that I must go to school. And secondly, in my lineage, there's no graduate. There's no graduate. So I said, I'm going to pray this course. I'm going to pray this course. That is just my motivation. So anytime I look at that promise I made to myself, that's one of the things that is encouraging me to. Now, coming to financing, you asked about financing the whole thing, all this while.
Yeah,
Like I said,
In your PGD this time around, because were you still riding bike in your doing your PGD program?
yes, like I said, for the the 3 years, first 3 years, yes, I was riding bike. But at the end of fourth year, I met a friend that now introduced me to another friend that took me to Port Harcourt to work with him as a vet assistant. So from there, I'm now operating from Port Harcourt to Abia State. I will come to school on Monday and Tuesday. I will leave school and go back to work, just like that. That's how I was now able to get money to foot some of the bills. But the schooling, it was not funny. It was not funny. In fact, at a time, I was walking on the road and I was crying because Michael Oba University of Agriculture frustrated me. In fact, if you see any graduate from that university, many will tell you don't go there. I'm telling you, if you don't have the mind, you will never graduate from that school. The school frustrated my life. We were 28 that started that program, both PGD and masters. All of them left the program and ran away because of frustration. But I was the only person and one young lady that later came around that graduated from that our program, that particular seat. So because in the morning you will come, you and lecturer will fit class and you will come. The lecturer is there doing nothing. He will tell you that he don't want to, he doesn't, he's busy. Just like that. They are more focused on undergraduate than postgraduate students. I'm not even talking about PhD students. PhD students, many of them are there for more than 10 years, a decade. So that is how the school was running. They really frustrated life out of me. But at the time, I don't know whether to go front. I don't know whether to go back because I have already paid a lot of school fees. So every day I keep on advising myself that if I go, I'm the one that lost. I'm the one that lose. So I need to keep on pushing. I need to keep on pushing. And God helping me push today. I got myself.
Yeah. Now, let me really understand this as well about you paying your school fees, right? Now, the program is supposed to be 8 months to 1 year,
Yeah.
but you spent 5
5 years.
years. Now,
Yes.
did you pay your school fees for 8 months to 1 year, or how were you paying your school fees?
Well, that strike and the COVID-19, that for that 2 years, I didn't pay because that is a general problem. I didn't pay. But the remaining 3 years, I paid because the way the system is running is that even if you are there 10 years, nobody cares. You keep on paying your school fees. And if you do not pay within the time that the management asks you to pay, if you are paying late time, that's you add late fee on top. So that's how the thing. And if you do not pay the whole money you are owing, you will not defend. In fact, my brother, it's now that I understood how Michael Obara is running. How they are running is that if you're a student, you need to do everything within your power to do your project and defend it. If you do your project and defend it, the school fees will stop reading. But if you have not done your defense, every semester your school fees is reading. And now, due to I'm doing PGD, and my supervisor and some of the lecturers were not helping me because I was hoping to finish academic work, then take my time to do my project while I'm doing other side hustle in order to keep on sustaining me. So that's another thing that made me to linger in that place. So the lecturer were not helping, and I was trying to finish coursework to enter field work. So that's it. So within that 3 years, for 3 years, I paid the school fees in full with late payment fee.
All right. I also learned that I think before we move down there, let's talk about your time in Port Harcourt, being an assistant vet to a man in Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
So how was your time in Port Harcourt like? Because I also learned that also led to where you are now, because you are currently, in fact, at the finish line where you are currently doing your MSc in Togo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you walk us through the experience? And secondly, Nigeria is an English speaking country and Togo is a French speaking country. Before we get there, let's first talk about how were you able to gain your admission? How did you secure this scholarship?
Okay, first of all, days in Port Harcourt was lovely because Port Harcourt is one of the happening city in Nigeria. It was a very nice, it's a nice city. Actually, like I said before, I wanted to be a pharmacist. In fact, I wanted to go towards health line. So now that I entered agriculture, I was still looking for means to still go towards that health line. Now, when I saw an opportunity to work as a vet assistant, I took the job, not because of the money, but to leave my state of origin, to travel and see people, to meet people. That was my target, and also to acquire another skill that might help me tomorrow. So that was the three things that pushed me to leave my comfort zone to Port Harcourt. So my days in Port Harcourt was very, very nice, but the payment was very, very poor. But I keep on doing the work because I was willing to add to acquire the knowledge. But it got to a point I discovered that me continuing to be there and earning the little thing that I'm earning will not help me to go far in life because I have a vision to be better person tomorrow and not to allow my children to come to the state I am currently. So I told myself, staying here will not make me go far in life because I wanted to do since I'm now rounding up my PGD, I wanted to go back to school to study veterinary medicine. But my boss was not encouraging me enough to do that. So because I was looking for somebody that I can serve and the person will not train me in school. Because I don't want to suffer the same way I suffered to obtain my HND degree, diploma. So I needed somebody that I will serve as his boy. I will be your boy. I will serve you, but in return, train me in school. But my boss was not ready to do that for me. So a friend of mine now sent me a link that this is so country. They are offering full funded scholarship. So thing I should apply. So jokingly, I wasn't even serious. I said, okay, let me just apply. I apply. That is how God now favored me because it was very, very competitive. I was even sleeping when a message came in and said, you have been invited. In fact, I was thinking that it's a scam. In fact, my family told me, one of my brothers told me not to go, that it is a scam. And I told myself, all my life, I have seen pain. If that's where I will end, let it be. So I entered motor and started coming there. Luckily, I got here. It was real. I wasn't coming because I was going. I'm hoping to go there. I was going to go and check if it is true. But luckily to me, when I got there, it was real. So that's how. So not minding whether it's in English or French speaking country, I'm open to learning. When I say as far as it's a master program, even if people are speaking Italian or anything, I will learn it and I will fix myself. I will meet some people that if I'm teaching them English, they will be teaching me French, and God helping me. We are doing it like that, and soon I'll be finishing my
Now,
program. So
let me ask. Yes, some persons might be schooled in a particular country
yeah,
that speak a particular language, but their
yeah,
educational system or a particular course is being taught in a general language like English. Good and
yes,
fine. French, Togo is a French speaking country.
yes,
That has been established.
yeah.
But was your course taught in French or English?
Well, it depends on the lecturer. The program I'm running is not a local program. It's an international program sponsored by World Bank. So most of the lecturers are Togolese, but many came from other countries like Ghana, Belgium, Germany, Nigeria, just like that. So, but many of the lecturers are Togolese or Francophones. So what we do is that if the lecturer that is coming on, if he or she understand English and French, the person uses the two language to teach. But if the person understands only English, he uses English to teach and sending his work, the soft copy of the handout. So it's not left for the student to now translate it to English and work harder to understand the whole thing. Vice versa. If the thing is in French, the material will be sent to us, we'll translate it to English and read. If we don't understand, we'll go to internet and search more because this is master program, not undergraduate. So that's how I'll be flowing.
That's really that's this is really fantastic. And my next question now is this program that has been sponsored by World Bank, right?
Yeah.
Is it only for maybe those who did their HND, ND, BSc in agriculture? Or is this scholarship, this fully funded scholarship, is it also available in maybe
Other
other
disciplines. No, it's mainly on agriculture. Even the agriculture is not the whole general animal, it's specifically for poultry science. Specifically for poultry science. So since I did general animal science, so now I'm now picking my specialization, my area as into poultry. So it's poultry science. The center
that's
is a center of excellence, regional center of excellence poultry science.
okay. That's really fantastic. Now you've really come a long way. I know, so sometimes you might have to take a seat and then do some reflection, how far you've come, and perhaps how far you might still need to go. Now, when you have this reflection now, take it from maybe from primary school, secondary school, ND, HND, your PGD, now your MSc, which you are wrapping up very soon. I'm sure you should be wrapping up your MSc by the end of the year, right? Or earliest
Sure, sure.
January, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We, the entire team of the story, we are wishing you the very best in your academic journey. Now, when you
Thank you.
reflect back now, how do you feel that for the fact that you refuse to give up? How do you feel?
Actually, words, I like where to express how I feel. Thought, we always say school is a scam, but that is totally wrong. I have seen people that they are nobody, but education made them to be somebody. So whenever I see such people, I know that my own time is coming. So that is, I feel so good that I didn't give up. I saw one quote that says, a day will come that you will look back and say, thank God that I didn't give up. So I believe that should be my testimony soon, someday.
Yeah. It's no, education is never a scam and can
Yeah,
never ever be a scam.
yeah.
That's the basic fact. We are very happy. We are very happy with you, and we're looking forward as well in the future to also have you back with us, interviewing you again. Perhaps, maybe, who knows, you might, to go for your. But will you be interested for PhD?
Well, the truth of the matter is that I told myself, since I was unable to learn handwork, see, I regret not listening to my father. I regret not listening to my father because had he been listening to my father and acquired any skill, then the thing would have helped me a lot. But because I was naive, ignorance about life, I said no. But now, I'm an adult. Not that I'm not willing to learn, but there are some certain things that I cannot learn now because I have passed that particular stage.
Yeah.
I get to my point. I have passed that particular stage. So I now told myself, since I did not have any handwork, I must use academics. I must get to the apex. So my brother, as I'm wrapping up this program, I will try my best to secure another PhD scholarship, whether in Africa or anywhere. God helping me, I will secure one by God's grace.
So we are really looking forward, and we are wishing you the very best. We are also very certain that your story will motivate a lot of person out there. Now, with your
Sure.
story now, it's very clear that irrespective of your background, irrespective of financial limitation, no support of whatsoever, it's still possible for each and every one of us to be able to realize and actualize our dreams. So it's never an excuse that we didn't have the support we needed. That's why we didn't achieve XYZ goal in life. Good and fine. If you've got the financial support, things will be a bit much easier for you. Maybe you'd have been
Sure.
more focused and all that. But
Yeah.
against all odds, the tunnel might be
Yeah.
very long. You stay put, you stay focused, you keep driving through the tunnel, you will surely see light. We are wishing you the very best, Essen Paulinus Ogbonaya. And we hope that in the nearest future, we'll also have you back in the story where you also further share your growth with us. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time, and
Thank you so much.
all the best to you. Thank you.